You might have to go all the way back to '81, which was the first time we beat Congress. And we had not beaten them prior to that. And we started, the time we started varsity ball in '78, and then '81 was the first time we beat them. My first year as head coach. And we beat them and won a district title, which was a huge game. It was back in the day when Conroe and the Woodlands were really big rivals, and you couldn't get any more people in there. It was wall-to-wall people from probably about an hour before the game. We came back and won the game. It started a lot of other good things for us. So that's just one of many.
Coach, I want to ask you, the spread offense kind of spread everything out. I noticed, if you look at the officiating, especially at the college and pro level, a lot of, when they reviewed, a lot of calls that are reversed. Has the game gotten too fast for the officials? I know the officials in the area want to do a good job, but they seem to maybe miss more calls than they did back then.
You might bring out my prejudice against officials. I've never been a big fan of the men in stripes. I wouldn't have their job for anything. I'm not here to say I want to officiate. It's a tough job. But the game is so quick now, and especially with the spread offense. Throw it around and do so much. There's a lot of action that they're having to see. So you would wonder if they need to add a man or whatever they need to do.
Coach, they play a lot of good games in this program. Coach Smith was talking about a lot of teams don't want to play the Woodlands, and they have to schedule the Katie's of the world. Take us through that process every 2 years where they have to come up with a non-district schedule.
Well, it's the more you win, the more difficult it becomes. And nobody wants to open, especially district games are set, of course. So we know we're going to play them, but then when you have to go like they've been recently, when you have to find 4 or 5 non-district games, everybody's just not waiting in line to play you. Now, admittedly, about the middle of my time, we started scheduling tougher games because we felt like we had to travel north to play tough people like the Duncanvilles and the Wacos and back in that day, and the Planos. But nowadays, you might have to travel that far like they did to go play Skyline in the first game in order to find a game, because like I said, they don't line up to play you. They don't want to get beat. They're looking to pad that record before district or their overall record.
So Danny Amendola, one of the great players from 2003, playing for the St. Louis Rams. You keep up with Danny. How's he doing?
He's doing great. He had a highlight catch in the preseason that made all the reels. He is just a tremendous competitor. When you say Danny Amendola, that brings a smile to my face, because I think of the plays that he made and the heart that he had. I always said that if Terrell Owens or some of those dudes had a heart like Danny Amendola, they wouldn't let him play in the league because they would be illegal. But he's all heart, all effort, all want to, loves the game. It's just a pleasure to think back about. That brings a smile to your face too.
That's his dad.